ASMR Gaming News. This week we have a lot of news to cover, so sit back, relax, and let's begin. First off, after many teases, Rockstar Games has finally officially revealed Red Dead Redemption 2 with an official trailer. The graphics in the trailer look amazing, and the environments look really, really nice. I can't wait to explore them once the game comes out. It's coming to Xbox One and PlayStation 4. There are currently no news or information about it coming to PC. Red Dead Redemption 2 will be coming out fall 2017. Many fans are finally happy about receiving a sequel to the first Red Dead Redemption game, which was critically acclaimed and well received when it came out last generation. Sony announced that they have entered a partnership with Rockstar for the release of Red Dead Redemption 2, so we can expect special bundles or exclusive DLC for the PlayStation 4 version of the game. Well, after a long wait, Nintendo has finally unveiled the Nintendo NX, or as it's officially called now, the Nintendo Switch. It's a hybrid handheld console system. It has a dock that will allow you to set your Nintendo Switch in it to charge. This docking station has 2 USB ports. While it's docked, you can plug in an HDMI cable and connect it to your TV. You can play this way instead of using the handheld screen. The Nintendo Switch looks to be the size of an iPad mini, so it's not very large like a normal iPad, but it's still, decent sized. It's very thin, and it comes with 2 controller attachments on the left and right side. These controller attachments can be detached and put on a controller adapter called the Joy-Con grip. Using the Joy-Con grip combines both controller attachments and basically charges them and allows you to comfortably use them while gaming on your television. The Joy-Con grip has 2 LED indicators on it to showcase when the Nintendo Switch Joy-Con attachments are being charged. Apparently, these 2 Joy-Con controller attachments are called Joy-Con L and Joy-Con R, which stands for left and right. The Nintendo Switch itself looks like a tablet. It has a headphone jack, a cartridge slot, and yes, the Nintendo Switch will be taking cartridges instead of discs. It has a vent to allow air to pass through the unit and keep it cool. There seems to be 2 speaker openings at the base of the Nintendo Switch. It has 2 attachments. And it has two new buttons, which are not the plus and minus signs, but what seems to be a share or record button, as well as a home button. So perhaps Nintendo has done away with the start and select buttons completely. The device also has a power on button as well, and a volume up and down button to adjust the audio volume. If you want an additional controller, Nintendo is releasing a Pro controller. This looks very similar in design to the Xbox One controller, and it seems like it's a very ergonomic design, much more comfortable than the Joy-Con grip controller, which does not look as comfortable as the Pro controller, as you can see in the photo. You can apparently play multiplayer games by detaching the Joy-Con controllers and using only one of them, while the second player uses the other controller. This way, you can play with up to 2 people on the same unit, possibly, with just these 2 attachments. Nvidia came out and said that the Nintendo Switch is powered by the performance of custom Tegra processing power. Their high-efficiency, scalable processor includes an NVIDIA GPU based on the same architecture as the world's top-performing GeForce gaming graphics cards. So this is really good news, and I think we can expect some decent graphics from the Nintendo Switch. Nintendo hasn't commented on the screen. The only thing they've said is that it's high quality graphics, so whether that means 720p HD or perhaps something closer to 1080p HD, we don't know yet. The Nintendo Switch will work with the Nintendo Amiibos, so if you have any Amiibo in your house, you will be able to use them on the Nintendo Switch. Of course, the games have to be compatible with the Amiibo before you can use them. We also know that there are numerous developers creating games for the Nintendo Switch. Here is a large list of all the companies currently working to develop games on it. It's a very, very large list, so really nice to see that. Blizzard, by the way, teased that Hearthstone may be coming to the Nintendo Switch, and since Hearthstone is already available on mobile platforms like on an iPad, it would make sense for them to release it on the Nintendo Switch if possible. The Nintendo Switch will also be able to run Unreal Engine 4, so that is great since many AAA gaming developers use that engine currently for their games. So it will be really easy to port games to the Nintendo Switch. So that's good news. In the trailer, which currently almost has 10 million views on YouTube, Nintendo showed off some brand new games. We got to see a new 3D Mario game, a new Mario Kart game, and new footage of what seems to be a port of Splatoon, and the already announced Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. Apparently Nintendo will not be making any more official announcements or on information regarding the Nintendo Nintendo Switch until 2017. So we won't receive any more details on the specs or price announcements and stuff like that until next year. So I guess we'll have to wait right now until we get more information. Michael Ansel said this week that the technology they were waiting for and needed to develop Beyond Good and Evil 2 is finally available to them. So it's a perfect time to develop a sequel. Now, I don't know what kind of technology they were specifically looking for, but I think it's safe to assume that he was referring to perhaps new hardware specs that the PlayStation 4 and current gen consoles can offer them. So if that's true, then their new game will surely push the hardware limits of the consoles that they're on. So Ubisoft usually does a good job with games that they're really, really interested in. So I hope that they do a good job with Beyond Good and Evil, and it's usually regarded as a highly ambitious project when they announce what kind of technology they need before they release a game. For example, Ubisoft previously said when Assassin's Creed was first coming out that they needed to wait until that generation to be able to make that kind of game. So for them to say the same thing with Beyond Good and Evil now means that they really needed powerful hardware specs to make this new game. So it's definitely going to be an ambitious title for them. Now, we also have some other Beyond Good and Evil 2 news, or rumor, because it's not officially confirmed, but this week it's been rumored that the game Beyond Good and Evil 2 will be a semi-reboot of the original game, so basically rebooting the original game, but also being a sort of spiritual successor or sequel in a way. Now, that's just a rumor, of course, and this next piece of news also is a part of this. And basically, the Nintendo Switch will have exclusive rights to Beyond Good and Evil 2, so Ubisoft might be developing this game as an exclusive for the Nintendo Switch. Now, we haven't received any official confirmation of this, but according to these rumors, it could be the case, so only time will tell. Well, that's it for NX news. Now, we can go on to the rest of the news for the week. Amnesia Collection will be arriving on the PlayStation 4 on the 22nd of November. So, on November 22nd, you can expect to hear about Amnesia coming out. Now, Amnesia is a very popular horror game series that was available on the PC, and now it's finally coming to home console. There's no news whether it's coming to Xbox One as well, but they currently have a PlayStation 4 version up and running, so it's coming out in less than a month. So that's great. The Amnesia games are very, very scary and have developed a sort of cult status online in the gaming community as being some of the most frightening games available. So, always interesting to see what they're going to do with the future of this series. So, really nice to finally hear about a collection of the games. The World of Final Fantasy demo came out for PlayStation 4 and PlayStation Vita this week. Many fans of the series enjoyed the demo. It was really nice. I played through it for the channel, so be sure to check out my ASMR video as I play through the World of Final Fantasy demo. And if you complete the demo, you can transfer over your save data and you'll be able to unlock a special Magitech armor for the full version of the game. Now, Persona 5 has finally been rated by the ESRB. It's been rated M for mature in North America, which was expected, of course, but it's still nice to receive some Persona 5 information after almost a week of hardly any news. It's also been revealed that the Persona 5 will have a very good English voice cast, and we have seen the English voice cast revealed this week. There's a large group of really talented voice actors that will be working on Persona 5. Or that have been working, since I think a bunch of them have already recorded lines for the game. So can't wait to play it and hear these voice actors in game. They usually do a very good job with the Persona games and voice acting. Now for geek news this week. The Assassin's Creed movie had another trailer come out this week, showing off some new scenes. It looks quite good. And as is the case with most live-action game movies, the trailers oftentimes look really nice, but the actual movie is not really good. So I really hope that Assassin's Creed can be one of the first live-action video game movies to surprise everyone and be really good. So hopefully that turns out to be a great movie. I'm not sure. I know the actors involved are really good, but only time will tell, I guess. Guardians of the Galaxy 2 had a teaser trailer released this week. It shows off Star-Lord and the rest of his crew. The trailer has the famous song playing in the background that was in the original movie. And the trailer or teaser does not give away any parts of the plot. And it looks like it has the same charm that the original film did. So can't wait for that movie to come out. Really enjoyed Guardians of the Galaxy. I think it's one of the best Marvel movies. The trailer for Logan came out this week. Logan, of course, is the highly anticipated Wolverine movie that has a lot of people saying will be the final movie for Hugh Jackman in the X-Men universe. So, we're not entirely sure if this rumor is true. Some people are saying that he will be back acting as Wolverine in the future, but this film looks like it's going to be really intense and a must-watch for X-Men and Wolverine fans. So, will be good to see how that film turns out as well. So, that's all for this week. Be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Follow me on Twitter at ASMR Gaming News. And I'll see you all next week. So long and